Hey guys, welcome back to the channel.
Yep, what to do? Yeah, so welcome back, guys.
If you are new, welcome. Okay then.
I couldn't remember what to say.
It's always a pleasure having you guys tune into the channel, and as usual, we appreciate the love and support that you've been showing us. This week's video is gonna be a continuation of the series that we mentioned. We started with the how we met, and then the long distance relationship, and then tonight we will be talking about
Oh, she tied me. Yes, you too. We're gonna talk about how she tied me. The engagement.
we're gonna talk about how he proposed. Okay, guys. So as you can see, we're a little bit dressed up tonight. I suggest you go ahead, grab your glass of wine, your popcorn, whatever it is, and sit back, relax, and be entertained.
Cute.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. So, where do we start?
I don't know. Where do we start?
Alright, so I guess it's only fitting to say how long we were actually dating before we got engaged. So go ahead right now and type in the comments how long you think we were dating before the engagement.
Make a guess. Pause the video and make a guess.
So let's pause. Go ahead and do it. We're waiting. Alright, so we started, our relationship started December 2015, and we actually got engaged August 2016. That was like 7 months, bruh. Yeah, to some people that might be pretty short, but I think when you know, right? When you know, there's no sense in sitting down and waiting, like to be traditional where, oh, I have to wait a year or 2 years or what. And don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong in taking time to know your partner. What's that Dolly Parton song? Take time to know her. Oh yeah, who sing that?
I don't know.
Where the hell did we get Dolly Parton from? Anyway.
Is that Kenny Rogers?
No,
anyways,
that's not Kenny Rogers.
Not important.
Percy Sledge. Take time to know her. That's Percy Sledge. That's Mommy's song.
Okay.
Yeah. So so we were dating for like 7 months, and I like I said, from pursuing this young lady, I already knew that I wanted her to be my wife. There was no question about it. So when we actually got to the point of starting a relationship, it was no-brainer. It was a no-brainer. So yeah, and plus she was very clear in what she wanted and where she wanted the relationship to go. There was no beating around the bush. Like I said, when our relationship started, we had really mature, serious conversations about our future and where we saw this going. So that's one of the reasons why I think it didn't take that long, because we were on the same page. We were very clear of what our intentions were. So yeah, so when I finally decided that, all right, I'm gonna get engaged, who first me call? I think we talked to Jigsy. Yeah, I called Miguel and I was like, yo, you see, I hate this, you know.
Oh my god.
And Jigsy was like, here, man. You know,
As
Jigsy.
usual.
Jigsy
That's
said,
expected.
Hear the man. So I say, yeah, G, I feel like I eat this now. So Jigsy was like, well, you and we basically grew up together. You
Yeah.
know, we know D all our life. So, and if you're sure, why not just do it? It don't make no sense. He literally said it don't make no sense. Sit down now, wait. Feel what way I wait. But if you know and you're sure, just go ahead and do it. So after after I told Jigsy, and then after that I called Daddy and make Daddy know, and Daddy was like, yeah man, you know them love you. I don't know. Them love you. Daddy was good. He was saying, yes boy, if you're ready, go ahead. Mommy, everybody was on point. Patrice, my sister, everybody was, yeah, go ahead, because everybody just head over heels about you. Anyways, if they ever know the crosses when we take up. Joke. She's the best thing that has ever happened to me.
Talk true.
Yeah. So yeah, and then I think we after finally save up enough money now if we go get me ring.
Okay, I think we're moving too fast.
Want me
Slow
skip
down a
forward?
little bit.
Oh,
Okay, so let me tell you my side.
okay. Tell your story.
You guys gotta watch that other video to get that joke. But anyhow, like he said, intentions were clear from the beginning. For me, before even reconnecting with him, I went through this journey where I went on a fast. I don't know, came out of a little situation and I needed time to recuperate and to heal spiritually, emotionally, and all of that. So I went on a fast, and during that fast, God revealed some things to me about my future. And this might sound crazy, but that fasting, that cleansing lasted for a whole year. Of course, I was breaking here and there, and eating
You had
and
moments of
yeah.
fasting and
it,
but it wasn't like you were fasting
For
not straight for an
entire
entire year. You
but
just had
over the
moments.
period of that year, there were like moments when I would fast for a week, 2 weeks, a day. And during that time in 2015, God revealed to me that I was gonna get married in July 2017. And I was telling persons at my church, persons on my first team, like, I'm getting married in 2015, in 2017. And they would look at me like I'm crazy. Like I was crazy because I was single, and they knew that I was single. So for me to have been saying something like that, they were like, okay, you're losing your mind, or you're dating somebody that you're not telling us about. But this was just conversations with me and God, and he gave me specific instructions that I followed. I have a book. This is one of my journals, and I remember one day I was at work going through my fast, and God instructed me to write down a list, to make a list of what I want my husband to be. I don't know if you guys could see that. And so I made this list, and this is something that I would pray over during the fast. So when I got with Paul, I knew what I wanted. I knew where I wanted the relationship to head, and I wasn't going to sit around and guard a ring like the ring keeper and Lord of the Rings. And I was not going to sit down and wait for years for a man to make up his mind as to whether or not he wanted to be with me, because I knew I was created to be somebody's wife. I knew I was more than a girlfriend, and I was not going to settle for anything less than that. Now you can continue your story.
Sorry, So yeah, guys. So, where did I leave off now? Not even been
spoke to Jigsy, spoke to your dad. You saved
Yeah.
enough money to buy the ring.
So yeah, boy, try to save up and link Jigsy, and we're like, all right, we set a date, and so we're go visit some jewelry shops. Now, I'm telling a lie still. When we visit some jewelry shops in Mobile, I was like, what?
You started second guessing yourself.
When I started to see the price of the rings, people, Me in a store, I scratch my head. So I see how what is me take up on me.
Really?
My poor little savings couldn't manage.
It's not that serious. Seriously?
No, alright, here's the thing. It's a thing where I wanted her to be happy with my choice or with the choice of rings. Now, like I said, we had conversations about the things we liked and whatever not, and she really liked white gold. She wasn't really into yellow gold or and whatever. So we checked a few stores and we decided, say, all right, then eventually find one. We eventually found one that I liked, and said to Jigsy, say, oh, feel like other one, yeah. And I say, yeah, man, it look nice, man, and pick up the ring now and pay for the ring and everything.
Let me ask you, how soon after we started dating did all of this occur? Because obviously it would have had to be
Less than 7 months time. Well, actually, all right, so we got together like December. And we started having really serious conversations
Since December.
So I would say I started looking at rings online and whatever from probably like about March, April.
Okay, so around the time when I visited Jamaica again for Easter, because isn't that the same time you talked
Yeah.
to my daddy about?
Yeah, so I started looking at rings from about March, April, and I think you came home for Easter, and that's in
the same
in
period.
April, yeah. So we went. So when she came home to visit me Easter, we decided to, because I was living in Mobay.
So you had rings before that?
No, I didn't buy
Oh,
the ring
okay,
yet.
okay.
No, I didn't buy the ring yet. So, where was I?
I came home.
So yeah, so she came home Easter, and I already knew that I'm going to propose, but not yet. So when she came home Easter, like you said in the previous video, I was living in Mobay, so we decided to visit family in St. Ann. So we drove to St. Ann and we stopped at her daddy's house. And her daddy excited to see her and whatever not, and them do them greeting and whatever. And she went inside. You think you were inside or you went
Yeah,
to
I was.
sleep? Yeah.
You guys were outside.
And I was outside talking to her father. Why people? Nervous boss.
Stupid.
Now I know how the hell am I gonna tell this man so I want married in that.
Mind you, Daddy did not have a problem with Paul because since the beginning he knew.
Yeah, we
And
were cool, but
he and I had our little conversation, and he was cool with Paul. I knew that.
yeah, so brother Lloyd and I, we were really cool. We would have good conversations and we talk. And like we said, I basically grew up around these people. So he knew me, he knew of me, he knew my family and whatever not. So it wasn't really that big of a deal, but it's something big because I'm now going to say to this man that, hey, I want to marry your daughter. So I was really nervous. But anyway, we stood on the balcony and we were talking, and I'm saying to him, I lied. So, I want to talk to you about something.
I wish I was there for this.
Why? My nervous until I need him and I come.
Wow.
Anyway, I eventually muster up the courage to say to him, say, I am considering getting married to your daughter, and I would like to have your blessing. And he was like, yeah, well, Paul, I think him say, yeah, man, that is that good because me know your mother, me know Junie. He was like, me know your mother, me know Junie from long for when. And we know say a good boy or whatever not, and he was pretty cool about it. So yeah, see, and the thing is, nowadays people might look at
That's the
that as being old fashioned.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, it meant something.
It's a sign of respect.
Yeah, it meant something, and I didn't want to overstep that part where like just getting engaged to you without him knowing and whatever not. And I value that, and I think you did as well.
That's a part of what I was praying for. I wanted a man who respected me and respected my dad enough, and well, my mom, my family, and a whole enough to say, I want to marry your daughter. You know.
Yeah, and your mom and I had a conversation. Yeah, cause
I think that was later though.
yeah, that was later. Your mom and I had a conversation. I don't remember if it
You
was
definitely
through,
had a conversation because I saw those text messages.
yeah, it was through text. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I made her know. I made her aware of my plans to get engaged, up to propose to you, and she was cool as well. Yeah, she was cool with it. Her daddy was cool with it. So your boy get the green light.
Okay, so now you get the green light. You know that you're going to propose. You have a ring. Let's go to you planning how to do this, because this was no ordinary will you marry me type proposal. So how did you come up with the concept behind the proposal?
The proposal. Honestly, I had so many sleepless nights over this thing. There were nights when because we would talk and like video call and whatever not, and nights when you drop asleep and I snore. I was up laying down one day. How the hell am I going to do this? I was so nervous. I really don't know why, but I was just so nervous and on edge about it. Because I was wondering, I want this to be, I'm a perfectionist. And I just wanted everything to be perfect. So I was like, how am I going to do this? How am I going to do this? And one night, laying down in the dark, let me know it was really late. Really, really late. And I was like, and my sister's wedding was coming up. In August
of 2016.
August 2016, my sister's wedding was coming up, and I was like, yo, this would be, and she was invited, of course, because she was already a part of the family. So I was like, this is the perfect opportunity to do the proposal. So the following morning, I called my sister, and I was like, Patrice, are you okay with me proposing to Dean your wedding? And Patrice went off. Went back screaming and whatever not. She was so excited. So yeah, I talked to my sister and I got her blessing, and I worked out how we were going to do it with her, and she was like, yeah man, not cool. That she was so excited. And when I told her how I was going to do it, she was even more excited.
I feel like I was set up in the sense that yes, I was already invited to the wedding, but after you guys had your little conversation, Patrice reached out and she was like, yo, I want you to do a lesson. Because I was kind of iffy about going back to Jamaica, because remember, I was in Jamaica December 2015, and then I was in Jamaica April 2016, and then August again, and I was planning on going home for December again. So it was like I wasn't sure I was gonna go, and then they set me up and talk about do the lesson, and
of course I couldn't say come.
no to that. So she made sure I was there
playing part in the wedding. Yeah. So boy, people, days leading up to my sister's wedding, I was nervous as hell. I was like, yo, but Miguel is there. I say, yeah man, do you think, daddy? Now, mind you, when I bought the ring, I literally bought the ring and I brought it to my parents' house and I left it with them, because I was like, I knew that when you come home, you'd be staying with me. So I didn't want to have it at my place. So I worked out everything with daddy and how them go give me the ring and whatever not. And
you took a risk. Let me just say that.
Yeah, but The thing is, like, I was so nervous to the point where I would be calling mommy and daddy and make sure so them know every time I call them, I talk about it and say, you know, you're cute and whatever.
That was a huge risk. So let's tell them now what the actual proposal, what that entailed.
Well, how about we show them? Yeah, so let's cue that video.
I'm so in love with you. You are everything we were praying for in the Lord. You're kind, you're caring, you're understanding, you're smart and talented, and you are oh so beautiful. But above all that, baby, there's one thing about you that I just completely adore. It's the fact that you are so in love with God. And that's the type of woman that I need in my life. I love you. And I want to do right by you, because you deserve to be treated like the queen that you are, my queen. Being with you has already made me the happiest man alive. So baby,
Listen, that night, let's backtrack to that day when I was getting ready. Normally, I had this Michael Kors ring that I wore, because for some reason I always felt naked if this finger did not have jewelry on it.
Married.
That's not the case.
Married.
I wore ring my entire adult life on this finger. Whether it was my parents' ring, jewelry that I bought, a ring was always there. So I got ready that day and I laid out my outfit on the bed for the wedding. I went to get my makeup done. That's another thing that I'm not really big on. And I remember Maxine saying to me and Bianca, oh, you better look nice for that wedding, because my friend was convinced. She said to me, D, you're gonna get engaged at Paul's sister's wedding. And I was like, nah.
They almost spoiled.
Bianca, that's not gonna happen. It's too soon, right? And I remember them saying, make sure you look good, make sure you look good.
And I didn't have any conversation at all.
No,
with
I
them
know you
about
did
it.
not. I know you didn't. But they just, Bianca said from the moment she was introduced to you,
Yeah.
she just knew you were the one.
B.
So,
You're a rider.
yeah.
I'm Maxine.
Yeah.
You're Maxine, a rider.
So, like, I don't know, she picked it up. And yeah. Got dressed and he came to pick me up. Reached, like, I don't know, a good distance from my house. And then I looked down on my finger and I said, babe, I forgot my ring. And he said to me, that's okay. Don't worry about it. I don't go no. Back then, I didn't go nowhere without that ring, and I didn't even realize that it was missing until it was too late.
Tell us, I
To
gotta work,
turn
man.
Got to the wedding, was a little bit shy because his entire family was there, and I wasn't going to sit at the table with his mom and dad. Originally, I was gonna sit at the table with his aunt, and I don't know what happened. We got there late. To the reception, I ended up sitting with his mom and dad. Come time now for the tossing of the bouquet. And everybody, all the single ladies and them gone. And I'm like, I'm not going up there because we have an understanding. I said what it is that I want. And I don't need to go up there.
And I made sure to drill mommy and make sure so she get up and go up there, you know. And mommy was like, no worry yourself, make sure so she go up there.
I'm shy. You like, if you don't know me, you don't know this. I'm very, very shy. And so I wasn't going to go. And I sat at the table and I remember mommy saying to me, so D, you know, go up there. I was like, no ma'am. And she said, why? I was like, And then Pops was like, go on, man. I was like, what? And then she was like, go on, go up there, go on. And, you know, of course, I'm being obedient. So I'm go up there and I was at the back of the line. And
by this, I already worked out with the band, what they should be playing. I worked out with the MC, what they should be saying. And I worked out with my sister. Here was the plan. This is the plan. So, well, you guys saw the video. Anyway. So before that though, I couldn't take a bite of the food at the wedding, at the reception. I couldn't eat anything. I was so nervous. But people, see your boy, chivalry still lives.
I almost died because I did not expect for that to happen. And though Bianca was saying it, like, at that point in my life, I had learned not to have expectations like that. You know, I was like, okay, I'm going to let things fly and I'm going to let God do his thing. And God said what he said, and I believe what he said, but I'm not going to force anything onto this man. We've had these conversations, we've made our intentions known. He's gonna do this on his timing when he is ready. And I got a couple of hints here and there that it was gonna happen. I just didn't know when and how. So yeah, I almost died. Like, I was in the wedding, I was showing him the bouquet, like,
That you don't know what come.
That night was magical. Like,
Yeah.
I just want to say thanks to Patrice for being so selfless, you know. Like, that was her day, and she included us in that.
Yeah, and having your brother get engaged in your wedding and then get married the year after. She was so excited. That's Patrice. She will do everything she can to make sure that I'm happy. If she's happy, everybody else around her is supposed to be happy. And she will try everything in her power to include you in her happiness. And yeah, it worked out. Thanks, sis.
So, dated 7 months. Got engaged. And
waited a year. Well, 1 month shy of a year, because we got married July. Yeah, so 1 month short of a year to get married.
That situation couldn't have been more fitting. The 7 months could not have been more fitting. If you know, you know.
Yeah.
If you don't, we ain't finna get into it because it ain't that important. But
yeah, so if I could say anything, when you do get into a relationship, like we said in the last video, have mature, serious conversations about what your intentions are. Ladies, don't be scared to say, yo, this is what I want out of this. And men, if you know that you're ready and you see that the lady has the qualities that you're looking for, then it makes no sense to sit down and try to be traditional and wait on time and whatever, not do your thing. But if you think you need time to grow into your own and to get mature, because sometimes you have a relationship but you're not ready for marriage too.
That's true.
So don't jump the gun, but only you can know. So our situation might be different from yours, but only you can know. So we're just telling our stories and you take from it what you will. Yeah.
And the saying that goes, once you know, is absolutely true. Once you know, you know. We're not telling you to go and rush into anything or force something that is not there, or go and badger a man and say, oh, propose to me, because that is not at all what I did. I just said what it was for me. I said, listen, these are my intentions. If you can match them, fine. If you cannot, let me know from early on out so I don't waste my time. You understand? But once you know, you have a connection.
And that was my stance as well. I was like, yo, this is where I'm at, and if it's not gonna work, let me know, and we'll just part and go our separate ways.
It's organic. It grew organically, and things happened for us in the time that they should have happened. Because I remember being in church one Sunday morning, and my bishop preached a message, and I wasn't going to go to church that Sunday. And he was like, yo, God is about to do something in your life, but it's not gonna be the traditional road. It's going to be like a rush move. That's exactly what he said. It's going to be a rush move. And when he said it, he was looking directly at me. So that was further confirmation for everything that I was going through and all the experiences that I was having with God. So we knew, and our thing was ordained or orchestrated by the heavens, if you will. But once you know, you know.
Yeah. So I guess, so that was our engagement story. I hope there was something in it that was that you were able to take from it and try to use in your situation, I guess. So thanks for joining in with us today, guys, and like we please make sure you like the video, share
and
with
subscribe.
a friend, and keep those
those subscriptions.
And subscribe to you know what? Stop trying to talk and talk fun. And subscribe to the video. Alright.
Channel.
You see him damn thing. And subscribe to the channel. And like we always say,
you have a purpose.
and you are loved.